Well, Harry Sullins had a part-time player in Bob Belmont the first match, but now he's got one of the greatest players of the last 2 decades to handle, Brian Voss. Let's see how he reacts.
Awesome beginning. And now the 35-year-old, 5'10", 170-pound, experienced Brian Voss, bowling out of a new area now in the vicinity of Atlanta, Georgia, where he and Andrea and the 2 children live. And a high hit leaves that.
The man who maintains his form under pressure at all times, just ideal, actually miscalculates where to play his shot here. Everything looks in good shape. Watch his swing. He gives himself a little room at the foul line, but notice he kind of jumped off balance right there as he let the ball go. That means his shoulders are a little too far forward and he drifted high.
Brian Voss, just Monday, elected to the PBA Hall of Fame.
Brian has to motivate himself. He needs to think of Andrea, his wife at home, those children, what he's out there bowling for. Let's take a look at his position on the lanes. Ideal style. He's going to play right down around the second arrow, almost perfectly straight to the foul line trajectory in the second arrow area. Inside out swing. Last night, he started with 7 strikes in a row to make the championship round. Here, a disappointing reaction by the pins, a solid 7. He drives the head pin into the 2 hits the 4, and he hit it with such power, it forgot to take out the 7. Voss opens with 9 in his first frame, cross lane for the 7 in the second.
Okay, tonight here on ABC, the world premiere of the first new Mickey Mouse cartoon in 7 years. Disney's The Prince and the Pauper. Then, Phoebe Cates stars in the network premiere of Gremlins 2, The New Batch. All tonight, here on ABC. Here on ABC this afternoon, Harry Sullins. Oh, yes, 210.
Well, Chris, this is what we cause the scores to be low. We have what we call kind of an out of bounds outside there, and Harry slid out too far, left the 210. He needs to get the ball to the left of the 2 pin, drive it into the 10 to stay with a clean frame here in the second. But he swung the ball wide out to about the 8th board, and that's a no-no. The outside 8 boards are very slick in this bowling center.
So it brings things a little closer with that open frame here in our second match. Sullins, the winner of the first, if you just joined us, 269 to Bob Belmont's 172. 1 pin separating these 2 pros. The 1988 PBA Player of the Year. You're looking at him right now. 19th telecast for Harry, the 50th for Brian Voss. So Voss back up with a spare, working, shooting in the 3rd frame. Winner of this, our second game, will meet Ricky Ward of North Fort Myers, Florida, and then tournament leader, left-hander Jess Stayrook.
The setup of Brian Voss, a 4.5 step delivery, solid at the line. Normally, Chris, I would say that a player didn't quite get the necessary lift, but Brian made an adjustment for that 6-7-10 split. And here his ball deflects off the 1-3, bounces into the 5, and it goes around the 8, the 6, around the 10. We've seen a lot of 8-10 splits this week.
So it's a tough game thus far for Voss. Tomorrow, the NHL returns here to ABC with exciting regional matchups. Hockey. Detroit battles Chicago. The Rangers take on Winnipeg. Los Angeles meets Vancouver, or Boston takes on Washington. Live coverage begins at 1 Eastern, 12 noon Central and Pacific. Tomorrow here, ABC Sports. Hockey. We got something other than a Custer scout that time.
You know, normally it's the head pin that takes out the 10, but I think he got a little extra pin action over in the left-hand corner. The head pin dies. Oh, it's the head pin. Your favorite guy, Chris, the scout.
All right. 12 pins separating these two pros, and this is our second match. We'll return.